Today's lesson is topic 15.1, day 2, solving area problems. The objective is, I will use the formulas for the perimeter and area of rectangles to solve real-world problems. Yesterday we focused on perimeter, but today we're going to focus on area. Vocabulary you need to include in your notes. Area is the amount of surface a figure covers. In order to find area, you must find the length times the width. So for area, you use multiplication. You will often see length notified with a cursive L and width as a lowercase w. So in this shape, you have your length and your width. First problem we're going to try today is this. A certain can of paint will cover 225 square feet of a wall. With area, your label will always be square units. So you will often see the word square written, or you can see a little square written after the unit. So if this is square feet, you could see 225 feet squared written just like that, or 225 square feet. Either way would be fine. What is the maximum whole number length in feet of an 8-foot high wall that can be covered with one can of this paint? So for this one, I'm given what my area is. The area, in order to solve for area would be length times width. I know my area, so I'm going to plug in the things that I know. I know that one of my sides will be 8 feet, so I'm going to include that. I don't know how wide this wall is. So for area, we use multiplication. The opposite of multiplication is division. So in order to find the opposite, I could divide. You're going to want to use calculators in order to solve, or you could use long division. 225 divided by 8. After solving this problem, I found that 225 divided by 8 meant that my width could be no more than 28 feet. So in this shape, I have my 28 feet and my 8 feet high. So that, if I multiplied those two together, I would find my area. When I multiply 28 times 8, I'm given 224 as the area. Remembering that the problem said a certain can of paint will cover 225 square feet of wall. What is the maximum whole number, length, in feet of an 8-foot high wall that can be covered with one can of this paint? My wall could not be any taller or wider because I couldn't use one can of paint to cover it. So because it's 28 times 8 gives me 224, does not exceed the maximum that what this paint will cover. We're going to do another problem where you have a missing side, but you are given the width of this problem. For this problem, I'm given that my area is 60 square feet. I know that my width is 6 feet. I don't know what my length is. For perimeter, you would want to know that each side is the same, and you could subtract. But for area, we multiply. Therefore, in order to find the answer, I would have to divide. So I have 60 divided by whatever my width or whatever side I'm given is. 6 divided by 6 gives me 1. I have 1 0, so I'm going to put that on the end. I now know that my length has to be 10 feet. We can double check our work by we know that the formula for solving area is length times width. Therefore, 10 times 6. If I multiply those two together, I would end up with 60 square feet.